Hey, what's up, guys? So we got a new report out from the Department of Education. It came out earlier this morning. So President Biden has forgiven $39 billion in student loan debt for over 800,000 people. The total number is about 804,000. Let's go ahead and just take a look at this article right here in USA Today, and I'll just zoom in a little bit so you guys can clearly see the words. A tweak to how the Federal Education Department calculates student loan payments intended to correct past errors means about 804,000 people will have the balance of their loans erased over the next few months. The outstanding debt, worth about $39 billion, is what's left of these borrowers' loans after the equivalent of 20 to 25 years worth of payments. Now, let me go ahead and give my honest opinion on this, okay? Because you know what's interesting about this? I think that this student loan forgiveness is fantastic, and I am completely in favor of this because let me explain something to you. And it's interesting because when this news first got reported, I remember CNBC reported it and CNN reported it, but they didn't mention that it was only for borrowers who have been paying their loans for the last 20 to 25 years. We are just now getting that information, which is why I'm now releasing a video because I knew something wasn't right about that. When the news first got reported, they just said, oh, Biden is forgiving student loan debt for 800,000 people. And I'm just like, what? Is this like a random drawing? Like, are they just picking people at random and just saying, hey, congratulations, your student loan debt is forgiven? To me, that didn't make any sense. But that is exactly how the news was reporting it. And unfortunately, I'm seeing on social media, there are still people out there that believe that they might randomly have a chance to get their student loan debt forgiven. But that's not the case. The case is Biden is forgiving it for the 800,000 Americans who have been consistently paying their student loans for the last 20 to 25 years under one of the repayment plans. And for those who don't know, under those repayment plans, yes, there are repayment plans out there where you basically pay whatever the minimum payment is for 20 years or 25 years. And then after that, it's forgiven. Now, I don't know who would want to do that because I certainly wouldn't. I would rather just pay it off. I don't want to spend 20 to 25 years paying off student loan debt every single month. And you know, the only hope that I have is that it's going to be forgiven. That just sucks. But yeah, I think that with this situation, I don't see how you could argue against it. I know that there's some Republicans on social media. I've seen the tweets on Twitter. Some people are mad and saying it's not fair that my tax dollars have to go to forgiving student loan debt. But I really don't think that that's the right way to look at it, because what you have to understand is these people whose debt Biden is forgiven, their debt should have been forgiven anyway. Because under the rules of the program, it says that if you pay for 20 to 25 years consistently, after your time is up, your loans will automatically be forgiven. What happened was the Department of Education did a bad job tracking the payments. So, and they kind of explained it. They kind of said it was like an error or something like that. So because of an error, you had people who had already met the requirements to have their student loan debt forgiven because they've been paying for 20 to 25 years, but their student loan debt still didn't get forgiven. So they were still paying to their student loan debts, even though they signed up for a program that told them, hey, you do this for 20, 25 years, it'll be forgiven. So I think that what Biden is doing is incredible. I think it's a much different argument. I really don't see how some Republicans could argue against this. I really think that them forgiving this student loan debt for people who did do the right thing and did do the responsible thing, they signed up for the repayment plan and they paid their student loans for 20 to 25 years. I don't see how you could equate that to people who just graduated college like 2-3 years ago, like me. Like I graduated 5 years ago, but you know, people who just graduated like 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago and are now trying to have their student loan debt forgiven when they could probably, depending on how much you owe, probably make some sacrifices and pay it off. Like I said, I understand where the Republicans are coming from. I do think the student loan debt should be forgiven, but I understand where the Republicans are coming from because I do think that there are a lot of people out there who are very irresponsible. But I think that is completely different than this program right here. These people did the right thing. These people were responsible and they got screwed over because the Department of Education had an error and they couldn't keep track of their payments or whatever the excuses they're making. So I think that this is awesome. I really do. I'm completely in favor of this. Shout out to Joe Biden for doing that. I think that is an awesome thing. And to all the people who have been paying your student loans and doing the right thing for the last 20 to 25 years, who are finally getting your loans forgiven today, I'm very happy for you. I really am. I think that's awesome. I think you have done a much better job of being responsible than a lot of people in this day and age. You put in the hard work. You went through the grueling process of paying a monthly payment to your student loans for 25 years. That is not an easy thing to do. Most people would not be able to do that. So kudos to those people. Kudos to Biden for forgiving student loan debt. And yeah, that's really all I got to say. I just wanted to kind of touch on that, just kind of clarify that no, Biden is not just randomly picking people and forgiving their student loan debts. He's forgiving the student loan debt for 800,000 people who had already been paying their loans for the last 20 to 25 years. So shout out to Biden for doing that. And yeah, that's really all I got for you guys. So yeah, that'll go ahead and conclude today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.